This is SWC Spread 'em with Caution, a sports gambling podcast featuring Brandon Aptaker and Jordan Heinzman. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow.
Hello, welcome back to Spread 'em with Caution. I'm Brandon Aptaker, and this is Jordan Heinzman. How was COVID?
Sucked. It was the worst experience of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I got the
Worse
worst.
than that time you did gay porn?
Oh yeah, you get paid for that.
You got paid during your. Did you have COVID leave or what happened?
Yep.
How many days?
You just work from home. How long did I have COVID?
Yeah,
Five full days.
they really got that thing down to a science. So you had the Omarion, right?
I don't know what I have, but I
You
still
had-
got it.
You had the ice box where your heart used to be.
Yeah, basically, yeah. The Marion. No, that shit was no joke. I had like cold sweats, fever at 102, I think it was. It was body aches. I at day 5, I was like, dude, my body can't keep up anymore. I know why the old people are croaking. I know now.
So you don't think it's fake anymore?
No, yeah, I think what I was hoping to get was just like asymptomatic and then stay home and then everything be fine and I could just chill out. But I got the worst of it. The old guy I worked with got the little cough.
Maybe he's stronger than you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, let's get down to business. All right, so 2 weeks ago, Travis filled in for you. Was that right? Was that the last episode?
2 weeks ago, yep.
And then you had COVID last week, and I didn't feel like having another sub because I don't know. We know this is our thing, and him and I both went 2 and 5. So
I saw that. I was like, that was not a good week.
no, it wasn't good. So there's only 4 games. So if I have that bad of a winning percentage now, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the face. So this might be the last time you see me.
It's a good idea.
Can you tell this dick to stop doing this notifications in this fantasy league, dude?
Yeah, it's getting kind of crazy. Every little notification. I think I've got 100 and something. So we'll see.
Right.
After this, it shouldn't do anything, like other than voting for stuff. We'll see.
So Saturday afternoon. It's Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. We're both taking Tennessee with a 3.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my reasoning is like just the fact that Cincinnati was inconsistent, and I like this nickname Joe Thorough, but does 5 or 6 weeks of good football make you thorough?
Oh, because they were up and down all year. Every time we were like, oh yeah, let's take the Bengals because they're good now, they would lay a duck. They're eventually going to lay a duck. They haven't went away. They're the same team. But now, and all the hype's with them. I don't like when a team gets hype in the playoffs unless they are dominant. They're getting too much hype for a 10-win team. And Derrick Henry's coming back.
That's my biggest point to this. That's my biggest justification to this money.
He is back.
He's a bad mamma jamma. Do you think Foreman's going to get money?
No.
Derrick Henry Jr.
No. I mean, he's going to go somewhere and try to play a split role, I think, like the Jets.
Yeah. The Jets, they're not to the point where they can start thinking about splitting roles. They need one guy to be in each role.
Oh, they need as many as they can get right now.
All right. So anyways, I think that Tennessee is going to win. If I had to guess the score, I would say like 35-21, something like that.
Yeah, I think two touchdowns is fair. I don't like that. I saw the spread and I was like, everybody's hyped on Cincinnati with this spread. I was like, I got to take Tennessee at home.
In Tennessee, yeah, and that's a place that really rocks at home.
I don't think they deserve the number 1 seed. I don't think they did enough throughout the year, but they still are the number 1 seed.
I mean, they deserved it because they won the most games.
I guess, but they just kind of shot themselves in the foot. Like the Chiefs just had a bad start of the season.
I can't wait to talk about that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after that, later on Saturday, the 8:15 p.m., San Francisco 49ers, the team that's won me the most money this year, San Francisco 49ers at the Green Bay. Move your head real quick. Move your head real quick. Green Bay Packers, Devontae Adams.
Oh, look, little Jerry Rice action.
Oh, there you go.
There's the matchup right there. There's the
Jerry
matchup.
Rice. You got a Jerry Rice jersey and a Devontae Adams signed jersey behind him. The Jerry Rice one might be worth a little more money.
Jerry Rice will be coming down
Yeah,
today.
you gonna fucking poop on it?
I'm gonna throw it probably.
Can I have it?
No.
All right. So, what is the spread on this guy? 6.5.
6 to 6.5. I'm still.
All right. So we got it at 6 when we did this. So I'm taking San Francisco as the 6+ 6.0 underdog, and you're taking Green Bay as the favorite. Single touch. I like this spread either way, because I think it's going to be a close game. Like, I don't think San Francisco is necessarily going to win, but I think it's going to come down to
a field goal like it did earlier in the season. Once again, there's all this hype on San Francisco going into Green Bay and upsetting them. And I'm like, look, Green Bay lost week 1, right? They lost week 17. Those are 2 games, or week 18. Those are 2 games that you can't even really equate to anything.
Yeah.
And so you're really looking at a 2-loss Green Bay team, and San Francisco won 10 games. I'm like, they have good defense, they have certain things, but it has to work for them. They can't have Jimmy G throwing the ball. If Green Bay comes out to a hot start, San Francisco's in trouble, and I'm talking a big hole. So I'd rather go on the side of.
I like big holes.
Yeah, well, not necessarily. I'd rather go on the side of Green Bay.
Yeah, if one hole's too big, go on the side, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see Green Bay winning this game by 10.
Wow, that's super confident. You know what? Let's think about, like, historically, does Green Bay smash teams in the playoffs?
Typically, well, if you look at this, like the last 7 or 8 weeks, there were 2 close games. That was the Browns and then the Ravens, right?
Yeah, I got on the Green Bay train. Don't get me wrong. When Rodgers came back from the COVID, was it COVID? Yeah, it was COVID.
Yeah.
When he came back from that, I totally jumped on after that first appearance when I saw that he was himself. And it's great. I forgot to mention something about Cincinnati. What's his face? Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
Most drops in the NFL.
Can't see the football.
He's blind?
No, remember, he doesn't see the white stripe that he saw in college, so it was hard to adjust in the NFL.
He's got the same guy throwing to him.
It's going to be the offensive review of the year still.
Oh, no doubt. But I think that's kind of ironic that didn't he have the most catches and the most drops? Like, how many times do you have to be targeted for that?
Is that like Diggs? He had the most interceptions but the most yards given up?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I said that about the Dallas defense, and that's exactly what they shit the bed on last week.
He literally looks like a wide receiver playing corner.
He is good at catching footballs, but he's not good at stopping other people from catching footballs.
He was Alabama a top, I wouldn't say the top wide receiver, but he was a top guy at Alabama as a wide receiver. He was a wide receiver his freshman year.
Wow, that's interesting. Anyways, I think San Francisco is going to put up a fight. I think that I'm hoping, I don't want them to win. I'm hoping that they lose by a field goal. Your kicker doesn't really like to make those last second field goals.
Missing Crosby?
Yeah. And but I hope he does on Saturday. I don't like Saturday fucking football.
I like the whole weekend football. I did nothing last week.
But it's weird not having a Thursday game. That Monday night playoff thing was freaking weird.
Jesus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I knew the Packers are going to play on Saturday as soon as San Francisco won, because they're not going to put a Monday team on Saturday game. So I was like, well,
we'll give them a fair.
Yep.
All right. Los Angeles Rams. This is Sunday now. Los Angeles Rams at Tampa Bay. Sorry. You are taking the Rams +3.
I am.
You have some explaining to do.
Got some explaining to do. So the Rams earlier in this season beat the Bucks 34-24.
I do remember this.
They beat them at home. That was, once again, earlier in the season. Things completely changed. So you can't just go off of that.
No.
Tom Brady does not have a healthy team at all. They continue to lose linemen in the last game. They don't have their defense that they had last year or earlier in the season. They don't have, maybe Fournette comes back, maybe, but you still only have Mike Evans and Gronkowski, which technically should be enough, but they don't have the group that they had going into that game. So I'm taking the Rams.
Was it Godwin and AB?
Yeah, Godwin and AB. I mean, those are
Do they still have this little Scotty?
They still got Miller, yeah. But he's not going to have the daylight that he had, say, earlier in the season, last year in the playoffs. He's losing linemen. The defensive backs aren't there. So Tom Brady's going to have to pull out something. I don't think he's going to be able to do it this time. I think he's going to come up short.
Okay. Well, I'll explain why I think they're going to cover the 3-point spread, the Bucks, because a wise man once told me, do never bet against Tom Brady. And I've stuck to that. And it has led me nowhere but happiness. I shall not change my way at this point after my whole youth and adulthood has been impacted and scarred by this guy winning.
It's going to come to an end eventually.
How many years are we going to say that?
Eventually it happens.
His career's going to outlive us.
Bro, he's got to die at some point. And
some people don't die. Think about Jesus.
Right around the corner.
Think about Jesus. All right. Last one. Buffalo Bills at Kansas City. I like that we both agreed on this. I don't know why. You were saying this good stuff about Kansas City, so I was thinking you were going to take them.
No. We got Kansas City is who they were kind of last year. And like they play shitty football in a game. They can literally play 3/4 of shitty football and still blow a team out. That's the craziest thing about them is they can put a drive together in 30 seconds and score a touchdown.
Yeah, like, and they do it a lot.
They do it a lot. They did it last year against the Bills in the
playoffs. They don't even need to have a short amount of time left on the clock. It's just like when they flip it, it could be 10 minutes left in a quarter, and they can put up points fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like 2 years ago, their first Super Bowl, or 3 years ago, they went against the Patriots. They were getting dominated the whole game. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. 3 straight scores in like 2.5 minutes it was. And that was nothing to do with the defense because their defense sucked.
Yeah.
They did it against Buffalo last year. I think they were down 17-0 against Buffalo last year, if I can remember right. And you just have to be careful with them. That being said, I feel like Buffalo has the best team, the best offense, and the best defense in the AFC right now. As far as consistency, Kansas City's more explosive on offense. I don't think they have a defense. I'm going with this is Buffalo's year. They're the number 1 team in the AFC,
I think. How much were you swayed about how dominant they were
last weekend?
Yeah.
Not too much because they did it to them the second meeting that they played. The first meeting was weird because of the wind, the crazy ass wind. And then the second game, they blew them out of the water. And so I expected something. When the line was only like 3.5 or 4, I was like, because New England can't move the ball against good defenses. And Buffalo has a really good defense.
I know, but New England's defense wasn't good either.
Yeah, and that was kind of shocked. I didn't expect that big of a blowout.
I didn't expect Josh Allen to be able to dominate. Like, you usually don't see young quarterbacks be able to do that against the Patriots.
I know. And he was basically able to do everything. And now he's
running. He was running over people. He was threading the needle to Dalton Knox or whatever that guy's name is.
Allen throwing the ball.
Yeah.
The bus.
I like a lot of the trickery we're seeing. Those Niners are tricky. You guys better watch out.
I know. Their little stupid ass end arounds really pissed me off.
Debo, you don't know what position he's going to be, and he's great at all of them.
I know. As long as the Packers are prepared to stop 2 people, the run game and Debo.
Who was the first one?
The run game, just in general.
Oh, yeah. Well, that what's his face, the rookie guy.
Because that's the only reason that the Niners really win their playoff games. They have they're averaging like 170 yards rushing or something.
Yeah.
That's throughout the last 3 years, but that's an insane number. So I think the Packers do show up. They're finally healthy on defense for the first time in, I don't know, 10 weeks. So
I hope so. All right. Well, do you want to cover any other sports?
no, I got to get back on my hockey stuff. Betting the over of the 5.5ers, the Sixers, because
that's crazy, man. I haven't had the chance to learn that. I've been working like a motherfucker.
No, I don't even know. Look, I'll look at the teams. I'm like, are they on a heater lately? Okay, we're betting the over. And I mean, they've been hitting a little bit. So I just haven't done it in the last month. As soon as football's over, I'll focus more on basketball, college.
Yeah. I'll be back on NBA. I mean, I'm watching Laker games, betting on them too. They finally hit me on one the other day, and I was like, thank God, man.
Yeah. Why aren't you wearing a Charger hat?
Why am I not wearing a Charger hat?
Yep.
Why are you not wearing a fucking Magic hat?
You're right. I will be when the season's over.
Well, it's basketball season for me now, asshole.
Well, that's not my off season yet. I'll wait till Monday. Sunday.
It's my off season.
But the Magic should actually, they'll get screwed out of it somehow, getting the first overall pick. They should have the first.
Why is that something to be excited about if you're a Magic fan? You guys have been competing for first round picks for 20 years, dude.
We haven't got one.
Yo, remember that year that the Lakers had like the 4th best odds and got this? Oh no, they had the 7th or 8th best odds. They got 2nd pick.
Yeah, I know.
That's when they got Lonzo, I think.
Yep. That would happen the opposite way of the Magic. Last year they were tied for the top overall and they got like 4th.
How is Suggs? Did he come back from that?
Yeah, he's been all right. He's not a game changer like Mobley, but Cavaliers are looking nice. I took them tonight. They're 3.5.
I had a weird dream that Braun dipped out because of the situation back to Cleveland.
Oh,
imagine.
I think he's going to go somewhere at the end of his contract. I just don't know where. But
you don't think Bronny's going to go in the NBA?
I don't think he's going to finish out his career as a Laker.
No, Bronny.
No. I think whoever drafts Bronny, LeBron goes and signs with them. I think it's going to be a 2 package because it's going to be harder to get Bronny to the Lakers than anything. Yeah.
I know, but I don't know. The Lakers do that though. They find ways to do it.
Well, yeah.
They're the Yankees of basketball.
Well, Yankees fans.
Did you see the Russell Westbrook dunk on Rudy Gobert?
It was so illegal they called a T on him.
Wasn't that illegal about it?
He raped him.
He did. He put his ball sack in that guy's face.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do that.
He probably got COVID because fucking Gobert likes to give people COVID.
What's his name tested positive after that dick punch?
Who? Gobert?
No, Spider.
Really?
Yeah.
Again?
That's what I'm saying. This time,
that guy loves COVID.
Yeah, dude. Last time Gobert licked the microphone, and then they made out, and then he tested positive.
Oh, okay. Well, you should stop sucking the center's dick.
Maybe Gobert just has all-time COVID.
Maybe Gobert is there. Maybe he's from Wuhan.
He's the leading COVID guy on their team.
He's the leading COVID guy in the league. All right, I think that's it. We're just saying stupid things now, but when aren't we? All right, man. Well, let's see how.
How's Klay Thompson looking?
Nice.
I
only watched his first 2 games, to be honest.
They've been on a downer ever since they did that Super Bowl celebration. When
he had 18 points and like 12 minutes in his first game back.
With 40 shot attempts. Come on.
You can't miss if you don't shoot.
I hope he comes back and he gets a little more fluid because I think that's better for the NBA. But right now, I don't think he's doing too hot. He's shooting a lot of bricks.
Well, I'll look into that. All right, I gotta go though.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah.
Later.